PK in the universe, and today I'm here to talk about the Zelda Collection that we aren't getting in 2021. A lot of people watched E3 and were expecting to get a Zelda Collection announcement, and nothing happened. We got Skyward Sword HD stuff, we got Breath of the Wild 2's coming out in 2022, and we're getting a Zelda Game & Watch handheld. And I'm really excited about that actually, because Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is my favorite Zelda game. But what happened to this Zelda Collection? Why aren't we getting it? I've been saying for a long time that we're not getting a Zelda Collection in 2021, if at all. So anyways, I want to talk about why. Why aren't we getting it for the 35th anniversary of Zelda? First up, you got to understand how Nintendo works. Nintendo values Mario far more than they value Zelda. Zelda's an important part of Nintendo, but Mario is the flagship character. Celebrating their anniversary is a much bigger deal than celebrating Zelda's anniversary. Yeah, sure, Breath of the Wild sold really good this generation. It's the best-selling Zelda game ever. But Mario overall just sells way better than Zelda, and that's just reality. A lot of Nintendo fans last year saw the Mario 3D AllStars collection, and they're like, oh, we're going to get the same for Zelda the next year. And they didn't. And the funny thing too about that Mario collection, yeah, they used FOMO to get people to buy it and stuff, but they only sold like 8 million units of that, which 8 million units for anybody else is amazing, but for Nintendo, that's kind of a low number when you consider how Animal Crossing sold like 30 million units in like 1 year, which is just crazy, or how Mario Kart 8 in 5 years is like the greatest selling Mario Kart game ever. So honestly, it's not a huge profit center for them. It wouldn't be profitable for them to sell Zelda games in a collection, especially when they could sell them individually. And there's another reason I think that we didn't get a Zelda collection is Skyward Sword HD. Skyward Sword is one of the worst selling Zelda games, and it's not very well liked because of the motion controls. It's a game that needed an HD overhaul. Now, if you sell Zelda Skyward Sword HD and then sell a Zelda collection which has Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask HD, etc. Let's say you sell a collection like that, you would be cannibalizing your own Skyward Sword sales. Because a lot of people, if they're going to choose between Skyward Sword HD and they're going to choose that collection, they're going to choose that collection. And a lot of people may only buy one Zelda game a year, or maybe just don't have it in the budget to buy both. So you're cannibalizing your own Zelda sales. That's the thing about Nintendo, is they only put out one Zelda game every year now when it comes to the Switch. In 2017, we had Breath of the Wild. In 2018, we had Hyrule Warriors HD Complete. In 2019, we got Link's Awakening Remake. In 2020, we got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. In 2021, we're getting Skyward Sword HD. We're not getting another Zelda game. It was just never going to happen, and I have no idea why people speculated that it was going to happen. You can't even blame people for thinking it this way too, because guess what? All these YouTubers make these speculation videos about how we're getting a Zelda collection. You got people making custom fake covers of what a Zelda collection would look like. You have online news like Nintendo Enthusiast or Nintendo Life or whatever, one of those kind of websites doing their little speculative, what would a Zelda collection look like? You know, there's always that kind of stuff going on, and people just overhype themselves about the idea of a Zelda collection that's just never going to happen. I mean, we had the GameCube versions like back in 2003, 2004, and you know what? Those were promotional things. Those were never sold at retail. A lot of people use that as their argument for how we could get a Zelda collection, but the truth is, Nintendo doesn't do things like that anymore, especially not with Zelda. And here's the thing, if Skyward Sword HD sells well, you better believe they will put Twilight Princess HD or Wind Waker HD on their own individual carts. They will not sell those in a collection. They just won't put those in a collection. They just won't, because they know they can sell it individually. I personally don't think Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD will be as good on the Switch without that dual screen. That dual screen was awesome, okay? That was a great feature, and it's a shame it wasn't in Breath of the Wild on Wii U, honestly. I think they should have left it in, because yeah, that would have been a unique feature for the Wii U version, but the Switch's unique feature is you could take the game anywhere. So it didn't even really matter whether they kept it in or not, but that's just my personal opinion on that. Anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you one of those people who are absolutely sure we were going to get a Zelda collection for the 35th anniversary? After watching this video, do you have a different perspective now on the Zelda Collection and why we didn't get it? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.